House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to next week's episode of House of the Dragon. Last week, we had the best episode in the show thus far, and one of the best episodes in the Game of Thrones universe thus far, in my opinion, man. A fucking fantastic episode. Rhaenys did in fact die. Shocking. I kind of felt they were building up to that, either her or her husband dying, and ultimately we see it was her that got taken out. Aegon, that was a fucking shocking one. He died. And I mean, I don't know what the plan is now from them. Like, is Aemon gonna try and become king? We know Daemon's trying to do his thing. Rhaenyra has her claim. They both have their claims. Aemon doesn't really have a claim, but he's just strong as shit. You know what I mean? He's a good fighter, and he's got Vhagar. So I don't know what the plan is here. Ultimately, it seems like that's what they're leading toward. But nonetheless, guys, I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. As always, as you can tell, we got a new camera. So I might, be tweaking a few things here and there over the next week or so. You guys might notice some things change video-wise on the camera and stuff as I kind of fine-tune the settings and whatnot. But nonetheless, guys, I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. So I'm going to stop wasting time. We're going to go ahead. We're going to hop into this episode. Before we do, I do ask if you guys are new to the channel, you do hit that subscribe button, comment down below what you guys want to see next, man. Drop a like on the video for your boy. Full reaction will be up on Patreon, as well as early access to the next 2 episodes. You guys want to check that out. Link in the description down below. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to hop into this episode. So we're down 2 dragons. Rest in peace, Meleys. Rest in peace. Whatever Aegon's dragon's name was. I forget. They said it last week. But we're down 2 dragons, man. Again, I think last week it was phenomenal the way they did it, man, because we know how big Vhagar is. We've seen him at the end of last season against was it Luke that died? Against his dragon, and how small it was, but like Meleys was a decent sized dragon, right? Like, I don't think Meleys was considered small. I don't think she was considered like huge either. But like, you see just Vhagar up against a regular sized dragon, and it's just fucking like, I don't know how that dude is going to be killed. You know what I mean? If it ain't from old age, they're going to have 2 or 3 dragons on that bitch, I feel like, to be able to take him out. And it's just crazy because then you also fast forward, or rewind rather, and you think about Daenerys's dragons, and it's like Vhagar would have fucked them up. It's just insane, the size difference. And I wonder if it really does just come down to genetics, or if it has to do with like feeding stuff or what. Because obviously, with animals today, like dogs, for example, which I know primate dogs, dragons, how the fuck do you compare the two? I'm just saying, at the end of the day, genetics play a huge part in the size the dog is going to be, but also your feeding schedule, but to a degree, right? Like, you can just overfeed the fuck out of a dog and they're going to be fat. But if they have good genetics and stuff, at the end of the day, they're going to be a certain size, and some dogs need more food. So I obviously it's got to be the same for the dragons, but it's just like, I wonder, because I don't know, maybe he was just an oddball. It's like, did the motherfuckers that came out of that same, that came from the same bloodline or parents or whatever, were they anywhere near Vhagar's size, or was he just an outlier? I felt like it was going to be him or her this season, the way we were getting some screen time with them both. And I mean, he almost died last season, so I feel like it would have been weird for them to kill him off now. I mean, to be fair, though, she did go out in a warrior's death, a dragon rider's death. There's a lot of fucked up ways you can die in this universe. I feel like that's one of the most honorable ones. There's going to be losses on both sides, but I wonder how people are going to... That shit rotten? I mean, I guess you got to get what you can get in this universe. I wonder how people are going to react to Aegon being dead, I doubt word's even going to get out. Yeah, they're struggling from the war, that's right.
The traitor dragon Meleys!
Wow.
Slain at Rook's Rest by your king! To Aegon!
Fucking liars, man. They're going to try and use him as a martyr. Bet you people down there are thinking, man, we could eat that. I mean, bro, it's hard times. You know what I mean?
Don't they realize we won the battle?
Strange victory. If it was one.
I wonder if that's his body.
Is he alive?
His grace remains with us for the moment.
What? Really? I thought he was for sure dead. Yeah, that boy got burnt the fuck up. Not only the fall from the sky, but Aemon straight up Dracarys.
Is my son going to die?
I'm afraid I cannot say. Now, if you'll excuse me, Your Grace, these next hours are most critical.
Man, I still feel for Alicent through all this, dude. You know? Jeez, Two-Face.
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
She gonna have to do it again. Dude's turned into fucking Harvey Dent.
The king. Sir Criston, what befell him?
His Grace fought valiantly.
And Aemond? What was his part in this?
I could not say.
He's still not sure.
We still have no ground army but the one we hope that Daemon will raise. He who has left us after some marital spat.
But your willingness to give me deference in a time of war.
I could never doubt your capability or your quickness of mind. It is merely that the gentler sex, heretofore, has not been much privy to the strategies of battle or their execution.
She was just trying to avoid war. They want her to go on the offensive, man. That's what it is. Which I get it. They're scared too. Because if they lose this war, they're all fucked too.
If Cole pursues his campaign, our allies must be
We
ready.
must answer Rook's Rest and Duskendale.
They are lost already, but Vhagar is depleted after such a hard-fought battle.
If Aegon is dead, we will soon know it. 'Twould be a victory in name only. They will soon prop up another in its
The
stead.
time is ripe. If we can strike King's Landing before their dragon is recovered...
Then I myself must do it.
My queen, you are the crown.
That's the problem now, because her dragon is the next biggest one right after Meleys, right? Not only that, but everyone else is super young. Like, I know she hasn't really been in battle either, but still.
My mother gladly sends you away. To scout, to fight. Whilst I'm here being forced to play the coddled princeling, it's humiliating, Baela.
She only protects you. You are the succession.
Then I must be seen to act for her claim and mine.
Everyone's getting restless.
The Freys.
Ooh. Walder
They
Frey,
control the crossing
remember?
of the twins.
He ain't here right now, but still.
I will treat with the Freys to secure it.
She will not like it.
Then don't tell her. Not until I'm away.
Man, we know some shit that's happened with the Freys, but the other thing is too, that was Walder Frey. He's not around right now.
You have no choice but to submit. Our terms are simple, Lord Bracken. Renounce the false King Aegon as a usurper. Bend the knee to me. Or your house burns.
I would sooner be the Lord of Bones and Cinders than bend my knee before some heathen Blackwood cunt. We choose fire.
Damn. Look at that shot. Wow. He did that shit
I
too.
did not think they would be so eager to die.
You should have indulged them.
I need them alive.
He didn't do it.
Persuading.
They are unyielding in battle, but every man has a weakness.
There are things the crown itself must not be seen to do.
Torture them, right? Either torture them or their families. Just not in his name. Do it in secret. But that's the thing. I mean, sometimes you can't get the respect. Sometimes you have to get them through fear. But fear won't keep them there for long either.
The Eyrie itself is impregnable. Unless, of course, we're descended upon from the sky.
Dragons.
You promised the Queen Rhaenyra 15,000 swords.
In return for protection. A dragon.
Then she has exceeded your terms. She sent 2.
Both
Babies.
still wet from the egg. I have hunting hounds that are more fearsome.
They are dragons nonetheless.
I mislike feeling powerless.
So do I.
She didn't have a choice but to come here. She didn't want to. I mean, dude, Rhaenyra doesn't really have dragons to spare, man. At this point, what's she got? Because Daemon's gone. Meleys is dead. So what, they got 3?
If I had been a son, a sword thrust into my hand the moment I could walk. Instead, I was given my father's cup. Taught the name of every lord and castle between Storm's End and the Twins, but not the difference between hilt and foible.
Knowledge is power.
Criston Cole made a mistake, parading a dragon's head through the streets like a prize of war. But the people see an ill omen.
Yes, as do I.
They are afraid. Bread is scarce. The king has fallen. They whisper to each other that when Viserys lived, there was peace.
Whispers tear down stone, or break shields.
Do not underestimate your subjects. They are 1,000 living in the shadow of the Red Keep and forgotten for too long.
And you think they will turn to me?
To the discontented, rumors are feed.
She can start them rumors, give them hope.
What you cannot do, let others do for you. There is more than one way to fight a war.
She's a valuable ally, man. You know what I mean? Who would have thought she would be the big difference maker in all this? At least what seems like it.
She did not always care for me, but for what she gave me in the end, I'm grateful.
I wished I had known her when she was young.
You are very like her in some ways, and with her gone, I must rely on you, I think.
Your Grace.
Would you give this to your grandsire? I do not wish to stand alone.
Your brother had great love in his heart, but he lacked your constitution. Viserys was unsuited for the crown.
This fucking place is messing with him, man. I don't know how he would still stay here after this shit. First night, I'm gone.
If only you'd been born first, my favorite son.
Is that his mom?
There's also goose, if you prefer it.
I like the goose myself.
She knows it. She knows he's having these visions.
I believe Willem Blackwood is bringing House Bracken to heel. We must ready the castle to receive a great host.
You seem sure of this.
All men may be led, Sir Simon. Even rivermen.
I venture there are smiths and armourers to be found near Nutton and Riverbend.
Well, send for them and levy the farmers from Antlers to High Heart.
There's, of course, the matter of payment.
Is there any gold left in your coffers?
Enough to keep this small establishment, you see, fed and warm. I rather thought your grace, as emissary to the Queen, that perhaps she could provide the necessary coin, if you could only write to her.
No. Paranor is my command. I shall guarantee the payment myself.
Can't ask her for help because he's going against her, man.
You should address me as my king.
But you're the prince.
What would you call the husband of the Queen?
Well, the king.
There it is, then.
Consort.
That last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
His Grace suffered grievous burns over much of his body. He has many broken bones. I fear there are more injuries within. Injuries we cannot see.
Internal bleeding?
I must admit, I'm not sure he will ever wake. I have plied my crafts to their fullest extent. Our king's fate lies with the gods now.
Aemon's happy as fuck about that. Aemon probably finish him off, honestly.
But now we must name a regent to take his place until he recovers.
Did you have a candidate in mind, Your Grace?
I myself served in this role for my husband. I am well prepared to do it again.
You played your part admirably in a time of peace, Your Grace, but circumstances have changed.
And here I had forgotten.
The king does not lack for heirs. The obvious choice is his immediate successor, Prince Aemon. Agreed.
He's just gonna let the people vote him in, man. He knows it'll happen.
Aemon is a fearsome dragon rider. His skill is best employed in the field, but my experience is needed here, at this table.
No offense was meant, Your Grace, but at a time when we must show strength.
Lord Larys.
I agree, Your Grace. It must be Prince Aemon.
He knew this would happen.
But the hand speaks with the king's voice, Sir Kristen. What say you?
He knows it's what Aemon wanted, but he doesn't want to do it, but he knows he has to.
Aemon is the next in line. It must be him.
What a twist. Now some shit's really gonna go down. Wow. I didn't expect this at all.
What is our standing in the Riverlands?
It's only a matter of time before he inherits his grandson.
He's about to freak. Oh no.
Spreading word of their fear and unrest.
I wonder if she thinks he
Then let the gates be closed.
was the one to take out Aegon, right?
No one is to leave or enter save
Because
without
Kristen
consent.
never told her what really happened.
Merchants, so forth.
She putting it all together.
We must get out.
And where would you have us go? North, maybe? South? For all we know, every road leads into the Dragon's Teeth.
Like the one they carted through the streets. Have you been paid for those machines you were forced to build?
The king has promised payment.
The king has lied.
Finally cutting these things down. Oh, look, he's been waiting for him too this whole time. Even though he treated him like shit. Kicking him and stuff, dude. Dog's loyal as hell.
Has your loyalty faded, or does it flourish only at night and flee the sunrise like a moth?
Damn.
What I saw at Rook's Rest.
What?
Their armor melted. There were men walking, they were on fire. We have given the war to the dragons. The dragon rider should lead us.
Damn. He's right. Things have changed.
What we must do now is terrible. Will you preside over it? Is this who you are, Alison?
Didn't ask me, bad.
Bro, who would have thought after all this time Kristen Cole would have been, you know, involved this much?
By order of Aemon Targaryen, Prince Regent and Protector of the Realm.
Aemond.
Does he mean the king?
I don't know.
You cannot keep us here! To return to your homes! You want me!
Our fear lies in Vhagar.
You fear a dragon, leagues away, when mine own sits outside your walls.
It ain't as big as Vhagar, though.
Do you offer us your protection?
I do, and the protection of my uncle.
And Daemon, I'm sure, has consented to this?
He will do as his queen commands.
That does lend us some comfort. Though it occurs to me that dragons cannot be in 2 places at once.
Or 3.
Everyone wants a dragon.
You want Harrenhal for that. My mother will want more than your crossing. Bent knees.
He's good at negotiating, man. This music is nice. Hey, he did his thing though. Everybody wants dragons, man. Everybody does. In this day and age, you gotta have them. Look at him up there, so dope. But I get it, dude. Everyone's afraid of Vhagar. Like, yeah, any dragon is scary, but like, there's levels to dragons too, right?
There are others who would sit idle and wait for their claims to be brought to them. That is not my way.
Splitting fire would justify what has followed you here.
Let it not be said that Daemon Targaryen failed to dirty his hands in this war.
I hear strange things from Brackenland, from Stonehenge, and Lambswold, and Moray.
There's news, then?
News? No. Cries of anguish. Children being taken from their mothers, men coming home to find their doors unlatched.
Yep.
Their wives carried away.
Doing what he has to get him to join him.
These are crimes against the innocent that any upright man would repudiate.
Surely you haven't mistaken me for an upright man. The Brackens had their chance to do as I required. They will perhaps think better of their decision if their children's lives are staked on it. She cannot succeed, Alice. Even if I willed it to be so, the people who support her will not be led by her. They look to a man for strength. Who's better suited to it, the High Towers with their scheming, or Viserys' first true heir?
And if you lose?
Then I'll be dead, and none of this will be my problem.
It's a pity, don't you think, that you never knew your mother?
Like the visions he was having last night.
Fresh news from Stonehenge. The Blackwoods have overwhelmed the Brackens, and Lord Amos has pledged his banner to you.
Yep.
House Bracken is yours.
The crazy shit they gotta do to get him to, right? That's why he said can't be associated with it.
Queen Rhaenyra wishes to name you hand.
Even the death of my wife does not content her. And she not asked enough of my house.
It is a sign of her great esteem.
Or does she think the position will compensate me for my loss?
Pledge your peace to King's Landing, then. They will accept it most gleefully.
You gotta pick a side in this war, man.
Rhaenys was not only your wife, not a thing to be taken from you.
She was a warrior.
She was a Targaryen princess. The queen who never was, and she flew to Rook's Rest of her own will, in defense of her kin.
And she died.
She died as she would have wished to die, with honor,
Yep.
in Dragonfire, the way my mother chose, and the way I myself wish to meet my end.
I get he's upset, he's grieving, but you can't really blame her. She was gonna go herself. Rhaenys volunteered, and if you're gonna go in this world, it's probably the best way she could have went.
I wish you to go to Harrenhal. We cannot challenge King's Landing without the Riverlands. But I will not send a message by Raven for Daemon to disregard. I ask you to reason with him. Find out his state of mind and his intentions. Whether he means to raise a host for me or for himself.
He would not dare.
Have you known Daemon to lack in daring?
Only thing is, he might support Daemon and join him once he finds out.
What is it, Sir Simon? Is the pudding now served?
The River Lords have come, Your Grace. They wish an audience.
Now? What godless hour is it?
The Wolf. They are demanding to speak presently.
Did he say the Wolf? Talking about the Starks?
The sacred steps on Bracken lands were looted and burned.
As were the fields and farms. The livestock was stolen, and our peasants put to the sword.
They pursued the women and the children. There were works of barbarity.
Punishing Bracken for his own treasons is one thing, aye. But these other acts...
The Brackens were given their chance. They would not see reason.
The Blackwoods have exploited the war for the crown to visit atrocities upon
I
their
have
old
seen my fair
rivals.
share of their
He
quarrels,
told them
and
to.
I tell you, there is no honor in a fight such as this.
Proudly carried the banner of House Targaryen. Red dragon on black.
I mean, Daemon told them they can't be associated with it.
The Riverlands are an ancient place, watched closely by the eyes of old gods and new. And dragon or no, we shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
Ooh, see, but this hurts fucking Rhaenyra, dude. If he was gonna kill him, he should have just killed him then. You know what I mean? He shouldn't have sent him out to do torture and all that shit.
I must see an old friend.
Most people want out these days.
She got connections, dude. You know what I mean? Like I said, a fucking valuable ally you wouldn't have thought of.
He wishes for the phrase to be granted Harrenhal. At war's end, assuming.
I'm proud of you, Jace. You've done our cause a great service. You chafed at being prevented from action. Imagine my lot. I'm a dragon rider as well. With a war being fought over my ascension.
But who else is there? Rhaenys is dead and Baelor cannot bear the burden alone.
And when Aemond comes hunting for you, your dragon is young. Will you fly before Vhagar as Luke did? I have done all I can from here. Sent my messages, invoked my alliances. But if all else fails, it is I who must fight. Vhagar is big, but Syrax is quicker.
So was Meleys.
Meleys fought 2 dragons and one of them is slain.
Yep.
We have 2 large enough to stand against Vhagar. They are called Vermithor and Silverwing. And they sleep just beneath our feet.
Yes, and if only they had riders, none could stand against me.
We have 2 unclaimed.
There are those of our line who never ruled. Those who married into other noble houses. Their children born with other names.
A generation ago, or more. Blood would be thin.
And yet...
There are records here, surely, of our line, and of those who fell out of it.
Good idea, but it's also risky, but that she's willing to risk those lives, you know? I didn't realize they had 2 dragons. You know what I mean? 2 dragons that were unclaimed, just chilling down there. I thought they just had the 3, you know, hers, his, and Baelor's, but and then obviously Daemon, but you can't really count Daemon. But I guess they have the 2 unclaimed ones too. That's the thing too. You claim, you know, you have somebody claim those, you can send those out to like the Fraser son for protection as well. House of the Dragon season 2 episode 5 is in the books, ladies and gentlemen. What a fucking episode, dude. Ah, man, like this season is fucking phenomenal. I know season 1 was like kind of intro to the world, you know, the time frame and everything, and setting up for all of this. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're only on season 2, so I don't want to say too much or get it too far into it, you know, but this season is fucking amazing, dude. That's all I'll say. You know, last episode was fucking great. We got a lot of action and stuff. The first few episodes build up, and then the explosion. And now it feels like we're going to build up again, right? We got 8 episodes this season, so we got 3 more. And obviously this episode felt like the falling out plus a little build up. Next episode's probably going to be more build up. Episode 7 is probably going to be damn near the explosion. And then episode 8, it probably is going to be the explosion, just like episode 4. Now, do I think we're gonna finish this war completely this season? No, but I think we are gonna have some big moments play out in it, man. And it is cool to see all this and see so much fucking dragon fights and whatnot. Like, I love it. Again, I said it last episode, I think it was. I feel like they focused a lot on the dragons this season, man, compared to the first season. I remember people were complaining like, damn, it's called House of the Dragon, but there's no dragons, you know? And I mean, obviously that's hyperbole because, you know, we got dragons last season, just not that much, but we had to have the setup for this, right? We were in times of peace and now we are in times of war, and we are seeing what times of war are like when multiple people and multiple sides have dragons, right? In Game of Thrones, we saw what it was like with war and only one side having dragons, right? Just Daenerys. And then, I mean, obviously toward the end, the White Walkers, you know, taking them over and stuff like that too, but it was different, you know, because for the most part, when it was humans against humans, it was just, you know, Daenerys had her dragons and they had their anti-dragon shit, and that was kind of it. But Still, either way, fantastic stuff, guys. Excited to see what we have in store for next week. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section down below. Like always, if you guys did enjoy this reaction video, make sure to leave a like if you guys are new to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Full reaction will be up on Patreon, as well as early access to the next 2 episodes. You guys want to check that out. Link in the description down below. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. What is going on, guys? I hope you all did enjoy that video you just checked out. If you did, make sure to drop a like and comment down below what is something you guys want to see me react to next on the channel. I want to give a couple quick shout outs to some of my highest tier supporters over on Patreon, man. Shout out to the homie That's So Gordo, the homie Alexander Collins, and the homie Christopher Larimer. Your guys' support is much appreciated. If you guys haven't already and you do want to join the Patreon family, the link is on screen right now, as well as in the description down below. You get early access to a bunch of videos up to 2, sometimes even 3 weeks in advance, full-length reactions, and you get to participate in polls to help decide what we do and what we react to on the channel. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.